Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans. 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. Now it's 1st Timothy, then it's 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, and Hebrews, James. Now it's 1st Peter, and then it's 2nd Peter, 1st John, 2nd John, 3rd John, Jude. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books. It's a letter from God that sets everyone free, a gift for you, for me. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. Whoa, 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 whoa. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans. 1st and 2nd Corinthians.
Hello, Desert Breeze kids and families. I hope this online lesson finds you well. We're in week 2 of our Promise series, going through the book of Genesis. Now, our big idea for today is God promised us mercy. God promised us mercy. Now, I want to take you to a time for our Bible story when it rained and rained so much that a huge flood covered the whole earth. There was water everywhere, but God kept a man named Noah and his family and a whole bunch of animals safe from the flood on a giant boat called an ark. Now, after the flood went down, God showed mercy by making a promise to Noah. Now, what was that promise and what was that sign of that promise? Well, you're going to have to watch the video or read it in the Bible to find out. But let's roll that clip right now to jump into our Bible story for today.
Stories of the Bible. Noah and the flood. This is Noah.
Hey!
Noah was a good man who tried to do the right thing.
Yeah!
But in the time when Noah lived, he was the only man on earth who was doing the right thing. All the other people on earth were doing evil things and hurting each other. This made God very sad. So God said that he was going to send a flood to the earth that would destroy every living thing on earth because he was sorry he ever made them. But God decided to save Noah and his family. God told Noah to build a boat and fill it with 2 of every kind of animal and bird.
Colors, birds, moss, okay, all here?
Noah did just that, and then Noah and his whole family boarded the boat and waited for the flood to come. The rain fell hard for 40 days and 40 nights.
Whoa!
Water covered the whole earth, and the boat floated safely on the surface. Water covered even the highest mountains on earth, but Noah and his family were saved. God remembered Noah and all the animals on the boat. God sent a wind to blow across the earth, and the flood began to go away. After 5 months, the boat came to rest on a mountaintop. A few months later, the other mountains could be seen. 40 days later, Noah opened a window and released a raven. The bird flew back and forth until the flood had dried up. He also sent a dove out to see if it could find dry ground, but the dove couldn't find a place to land because there was still water on the ground. So the dove returned to the boat.
Oh, hello again.
After another 7 days, Noah sent the dove out again. This time, it came back with an olive leaf.
Oh, bingo!
So Noah knew that the floodwaters were almost gone. A week later, he sent the dove out again, and it didn't come back. So many months after the flood began, Noah opened the covering of the boat and saw that the ground was drying. He waited 2 more months, and at last, the earth was dry. Then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat, all of you. Release the animals so they can be fruitful and multiply throughout the earth."
Okay.
So Noah, his family, and all the animals finally left the boat.
See ya.
Noah built an altar to the Lord to make a sacrifice to God. God was pleased with Noah's offering and said to himself that he would never again destroy every living thing on earth. God blessed Noah and his sons and promised them that he would never send another flood. He gave them the rainbow in the sky as a sign of this promise to Noah, his family, and all of mankind.
Story of Noah, and just how that promise that God gave to us through a symbol, even to remember through the rainbow. And I would encourage you guys to remember whenever you see a rainbow just how even merciful God is to us. And he shared in this promise that he would not flood the earth again, and he showed mercy by saving Noah and his family and some of the animals as well. But just remember that God promised us mercy as well. And we see that throughout the Bible. So just hold on to that promise that God has for us and just how he does show us mercy and has even a redemption plan for us and the whole world because he loves us so much. Anyways, let's check in with our friend Carl to see how he's doing with today's big idea.
Once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hey, Cassie.
Hey, Carl.
What are you up to?
Just sitting here with you, ready to talk about the Bible and stuff.
Cool. All right.
Okay, do you want me to ask what you've been up to?
Thought you'd never ask. Check this out.
Whoa, are those yours?
Well, they are now.
What do you mean?
They are now. I've been collecting for the past week.
Collecting cookies? From where?
Well, get this. Every day when I walk out past the desk out front, there's a cookie sitting there, just waiting to be eaten. So I take it.
You take it every day?
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Every day I walk by his desk, there's a cookie, and I take it. Then boom, the next morning, there's a cookie. It's like magic. It's like the cookies are being sent from heaven as a gift from God.
Oh no.
What? What's wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Well, no.
What do you mean no? Is there something in my teeth?
No.
Do I stink?
Nope.
Do you stink?
What? No.
Then what is it?
Well, those magic cookies you've been taking, they belong to Kinsey. She's the receptionist.
No way! They've just been sitting there every day on the
Desk? Where people sit and work?
No. That's impossible.
Really? Have you talked to Kinsey lately?
Sure. Not for the past few days, though. Every time I see her, she seems to be really upset because someone in the office keeps taking her snacks.
What kind of snacks?
I think she said cookies. It's a terrible thing. Who would be that mean to steal someone's cookies? Especially in the office. The nerve! To walk up to someone's desk and just steal their cookie? Doesn't make any sense. Wait.
There it is.
Oh no.
Yep.
I've done something terrible.
Yep.
Cassie, I don't think you understand. Those magic cookies weren't actually magic.
You don't say.
I've been taking Kenzie's cookies. It all makes sense now. Oh no.
It's alright. I'm sure she'll understand.
I don't think so. She won't. This is terrible. What have I done?
It's just a misunderstanding. It's really not a big deal.
Not a big deal? I've been stealing. You hear that? Stealing.
I know, Carl, but it's gonna be alright.
No, it won't. I'll have to leave. Sell everything I have and move to a deserted island. I'll have to change my name to something like Theodore Monocle and talk like this. That's it. Oh man. What about God?
What about God?
Well, I've been stealing. The Bible says that stealing is a sin. And I've been stealing. Which is a sin.
Alright, Carl, you need to calm down. You need to just relax for a second.
I am calm. Man, I'm feeling kind of lightheaded.
Carl, are you okay?
I think so. I don't feel so good though. I think I'm in big trouble, Cassie.
I understand, but you really need to not worry. You know why?
Why? Because this is all a dream?
No, but the God we serve is a God of mercy. And mercy is forgiving someone even though they've done something wrong and may not deserve forgiveness. Do you remember Noah?
Yeah, the guy with the big boat. Pretty cool story.
Yep, Noah and his family were cooped up on that big boat with all the animals for 40 days and 40 nights. But after the water went back down and the flood was over, God told Noah some pretty cool things.
What did God tell him?
God said there wouldn't be a flood like that ever again. God promised to show humans mercy, and he gave us a way to remember that. Have you ever seen a rainbow, Carl?
Does a chicken wish it could fly? Of course I have! You're telling me a rainbow is like some sort of secret code promise?
You could look at it that way. God sent us a rainbow to remind us of a promise, that God would love us and show us mercy.
God promised us mercy. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. It's also our big idea. Today's big idea is God promised us mercy.
So on the count of 3, let's all say it together. Ready?
Ready?
1,
2,
3. God promised us mercy! Woohoo! All right, everyone.
God promised us mercy. So let's remember that big idea for today, and let's jump into our verse, which is from Joshua 21, chapter 21, verses 45. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled. Joshua 21, verse 45. Alrighty, DB kids and families, thank you so much for joining us today. Stay tuned next week as we continue on to look at God's promises. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day.